folks, welcome. What a pleasant way to welcome you to just another edition of the program, The Real Facts, right here on Liberia Latest News Television in collaboration with State Television. Today is the third edition of A Matter of Fact, and today is the 25th day of April 2025. Today is Friday, and we want to welcome you wherever you are, however you're watching us. We'd like to say welcome to our broadcast. And we are broadcasting live and direct here from our cousin studio on the Japan's Freeway, Gardnersville, precisely Symphony Brew. We'd like to welcome you. Thanks for joining us. Share the live broadcast. Invite others to join us as we drill you through today. Welcome again. We have our guests with us. That means welcome and bring in our guests. Honorable, we say welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you, Duncan. I highly appreciate the opportunity to be on your platform today to discuss issue of national concern. This platform is my platform because I've been here a couple of times. I'm so glad to be with you guys today. Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you as always on this platform.
You're welcome.
Straight into business. Do you care? How live with you, firstly? How live with you, Mr.
Oh, good. I'm good. We, by the break of day, when you get up and in good health and you still breathing, you just say, thank God.
Yeah.
So I think I'm fine. I'm doing very great. Thank you.
That's good to know. Do you care to tell us about the legacy and life lived by Liberia's 21st president, the late Samuel Doe? Why is it life that he lived in, a legacy that people can remember him of? Do you care to tell us?
I may not actually dive into the
Okay.
we think that regarding his massacre, we have taken interest in that. The way he got massacred, the treatment was not great, and from then up to now, we have never had ECOWAS or AU issuing any form of condemnation. What we gather here is that the president was invited by the general of ECOMOC, the ECOWAS Peace Monitoring Force, ECOMOC, that had their headquarters at the free port of Monrovia. But following the story, if we realize that, why would the force commander, the peacekeeping force commander, invite the president and opposing military group come and take him captive from their headquarters? And following the story, if you go on YouTube, you see that the general, he was in the office of General Quino, and the deputy general was present, and the chief of staff ECOMOC was present. He got captured. He got taken away by opposing military group. So we have just we condemn his murder in the strongest term, and want to hear from ECOWAS to give explanation of what went on, what happened to the president. So that's what we are concerned about.
Well, some may wonder. What did he firstly? Because why did he overthrow the late President Tobo, William Tobo? Some may wonder, why did he overthrow President William Tobo?
They think there was struggle. As we have been seeing, that there was a government pre 1822 government. that was settled into present day Bopolo. That government emerged, and the Second Republic was the two-way party. I think the Liberian people were kind of aggrieved and thought that it was not going well. There were the struggle came from the progressive. Why during their fight over the year, I guess that's the extension of that fight that the late president Torba got overthrown. So there's always political struggle, but what we're saying here is that was a battle. He did not get captured during the battle or in the gunfight. Because of the conflict, is that we have conflict. Whoever comes in
Yeah.
to find a way to resolve the conflict shouldn't be part of anything that will harm me or you. He got to play a mediating role, but how then he got captured, he got taken away from the headquarters of ECOMOG to the base of the opposing military group. That's what we are concerned about.
So, do you care to trail us through some of his legacy?
Yes, he tackled the one party system in Liberia. Liberia is a democracy. There where we give credit to the progressive. The progressive fought. He just came alongside on the military wing to overthrow, but it was just a continuation of the fight that the progressive were carrying on. The progressive thought that one party, Liberia should not be a one-party state. We should have multi-party democracy. The party achieved it by overthrowing the one party. I mean, those things happen in politics. But unfortunately, I always say, unfortunately, they did not get a chance to take over. I hope that they had a chance to take over government and prove to us the reason why they fought. They were well educated, young people who got PhD and all the degrees. That's what they fought for. But they were not given the chance. That's why when people say the progressive, I don't speak against them. I said they introduced multi-party democracy, but they were not given the chance by the Liberian people to prove to us why they fought. So let me just drive you into something here. In all the freedom fighters in Africa, lay a foundation. They were never fighting for power. They were never fighting for wealth. Or Ghana, what you call it? The Ghanaian Kwame Nkrumah. He laid a foundation. Now you see Ghana built today. Philip of Bonnet of Ivory Coast. The foundation, you see how Ivory Coast is built. Julian Nanyari of Tanzania. It is that foundation. He laid foundation. And on and on and on. Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya laid foundation. And on. Even Abraham Mugabe laid foundation. They all laid foundation. That's why the country was built on. But Liberia did not get we didn't get the opportunity for the progressive who fought. To show, I'm sure they would have lived. They were not fighting for wealth. They just got screwed up in the way that a military government took over. And that wing, they did not get a chance to take the. So that there were, and Doe was not a politician. He took over as a military man, and you wouldn't expect the military man to run the country like the civilian, maybe, and so on. So I mean that's the disparity in there. So, but the late president did what he could do, and there was development started when they introduced a coin, a Liberian coin. That means there was no way to take the United States dollars. You know, if you have a United States dollar, you can deposit it in the United States or somewhere else. But you have a Liberian coin, dollar coin, you will only develop in the country because it's not going to go anywhere. It's not accepted on the world market. You got to change it to a US dollars. So there are a whole lot of things he did. The studium is there, those studium, and other things during the government you can follow to find some things that he did during the term.
Well, I'm going to sway away a bit. I saw your article you did publish asking the Speaker, Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, to resign his post. Other critics try to, criticize your article. It brought me to the question to ask you that what prompted your statement asking Speaker Koffa to resign his post?
Duncan, you know the impasse in the house have been going on for some stage money plus. The country is not stable. That's instability, and you know the reason why we are asking the speaker to resign is that he was fighting the battle. I'm not sure with minority there is no governance, better governance where you have minority and you run the house. No governance system will work effectively. Even if you put him there, if he's there today with the majority calling and polling, is he going to work effectively with a quorum? Is he going to continue to adjourn every meeting until December? Why do we want to go into this kind of fight? So we are kind of urging the speaker. He's a great man. He's not a man of. He's not a man of confusion. So we are saying, Mr. Speaker, you won. The rule of law caucus got victory. So I mean that's the kudos. They won successfully. They beat the opponent. Now they will go and sit there, but why continue to fight if you are not going to have a majority and you now have a quorum because they don't want to work with you? Are you going to run the country this way? So the reason, I guess, the reason why the speaker was fighting is the way in which they wanted to gain out. He said, "No, I'm on the right side. I'm going to fight." So he fought. He won. The court judge, they say, "You are now the speaker." So now it's left with the house now to make that decision. So say he won, this man is a great man. The Liberian people trust him. He has shown to us real leadership. So we are saying, Mr. Speaker, you have done your job, but confusion may continue in the house. Resign and stand by. We're going to stand with you. Any other decision you want to make, we're going to stand with you. That's the reason why we are saying he should resign. He's not doing it out of cowardice. No, he fought. The rule of law caucus fought a bloody battle. This is one of the toughest battles ever in the history of Liberia. It's even more than the Ham conflict. A very tough battle, bloody. They fought. All the three branches of government were sweating. The executive sweating. The legislature, the branch of government, and the judicial, they all sweating. So they reach the point where they have given the chance, they have made they gave the verdicts to say you are in the right. Now, it's calm. But in the house, where the belligerent group standing by there to say, no, we're going to fight. You don't want to fight with them. In that case, we are saying, just leave it. You know, this thing happened before. On Snow was the speaker. He took down the court, he won. But he said, because of the Liberian people, I'm not going to go into this kind of impasse and keep holding and pulling. He resigned. On Tyler, that happened to him. He was on the right side. He resigned. If you do that, you are great. It's for the country. You're doing it for your country. A well-seasoned lawyer, Anthony Councillor Janet, he won. He went into ECOWAS where he beat the people. He was going to say, I am sitting here, but a man of peace. He said, why will it profit me if confusion break out and one person blood drop on the ground? He said, no. The councillor left it. The man who knows his right, who a lawyer, he left it, he walked away. He said, you guys can have it. And he's okay. So we are seeing Councillor Honorable Speaker Koffa could do the same thing, yes, you know, so that we can have peace in the house. People will say, oh no, let him continue the fight. But what my question to people is, if he is running the house with minority, and they have been carrying this thing for a while, 6 years, 6 months and plus. Why will you get all of that? So to avoid this confusion and to remain a great man, you are a hero, a millennial hero. The man is a millennial hero. This kind of impact he worked, he thought he wanted. Now the only thing we can do now, okay, I have done it like Liberian people, let the people stay there, greet the people, whatever you want to call them, let them go ahead, I'm okay. Now they can make a decision in there. He will even join them to make a decision that will be in the best interest of peace in the country.
Well, okay. I would like to know the prior. I mean, after the president and the court have ruled, the
Yeah.
president's last evening came up with a response to the court ruling. How do you make up? What do you make of the president response to the court ruling?
You know, the battle becomes a very difficult battle. The Senate concurred with the House. They passed the budget. They approved and sent it to the lower house. And the executive approved. Now, my thing here is I don't know the implication in there, because I guess if you work with somebody for 6 months, something that is irreversible, that is, you're going to take the budget from this person to this person. So to resolve it, I thought they would set up a committee on the side to call the both party to discuss it outside of the media. You people can carry the story around and make it big. Outside of the media. Yeah, behind closed door, they sit there and talk and say, this thing, this is what we have done. You know what happened when there is conflict? The war in Liberia, you know, they used to have a lot of discussions behind closed door and come out. Yeah, interfaith mediation committee or commission, they were there and they intervened. Now, this where it has reached now is, I thought they would have taken that position to discuss that behind closed door, and the president can announce it. Because any way you take it, it's not possible for Honorable Kofa to run the house without a quorum. And the group that has the quorum, they do not have the 49. So but the group that got a quorum, they have been working with them. What can they do? Do we stay on the stalemate and continue? How are we going to live in Liberia? The first government will not be functional at all.
One may say the president's statement is in serious contradiction to the constitution. I don't know, how do you see that?
Yes, I will agree partially, because it is a contradiction. It is a contradiction, because but I always blame this thing on the house, the lower house. Why were they not able to resolve this? How is it that you created your own rules in your house, that kind of authority that we are giving you? You can maneuver around it. So I mean, that's what we are saying. We are hoping. I hope that they had discussed it behind closed door before the president can do his pronouncement.
One may ask, why must a person win? Went through the court process, all the proceedings, then a person have become victorious in the process, and then you coming out asking the person, to relinquish that power and resign. One may wonder,
The thing is that when a fight, that's why it's good to start the fight when it starts. When it goes too long, it becomes complicated. If we don't want to look at Liberia, then we can say, Speaker Koffa, go preside. Then he go and meet people very recalcitrant in there. They say, we're not saying now here to listen to you, right? So are they going to continue this? So we are looking at peace. We all came from somewhere. 14, 15 years, devastating civil war in Liberia. People die. Yeah, and yet Liberian people here, I was in Freetown a couple of months in Liberia, I traveled to Freetown. All the war, they didn't destroy no infrastructure. They left everything intact. But we get chance. We're going to destroy everything. The business people will break their places down. We'll be burning people car. Everybody will go down to square zero. So we are looking at all of those things that happen. We don't like to. Looking at the 15 years devastating civil war that got out to zero plus zero. We're trying to avoid it. We as Liberians should be thinking more than what we see in front of us. We are thinking to say we let's do that in a peaceful way. It's not going to hurt anybody. And people are saying, oh, they are doing it. People will not go impunity. This fight was a brutal fight that nobody will ever want to try anymore. So I mean, precedents have been set, and one group won. But the group that won, they say some question: how well are they going to function in the house without a majority sitting under the speaker gavel? Are we going to continue this to the end of the year or part of next year? So it is an appeal. Everyone, you are entitled to your opinion just like I am. It is an appeal. We are saying, we are appealing and calling on the speaker who said you have won already. One more, just leave it and get prepared for something in the future. Because the Liberian people know what you are done. You are a hero, according hero of the millennium. Yeah. So let the hero just stay by and get ready for time to come. We will stand with you. We Liberian people. Majority of people, but see the crowd are following him when you go. Just because I say the speaker, I didn't say relinquish power to the man who I say resign. You won the war already. The war that was there. Okay, let's say they were fighting. They had just stayed in there and fighting over power, right? And was it going to just remain in the position to fight? I don't think so. But I guess something went wrong. The way in which they wanted to bring him down, he said, "No, I'm on the right side. I will not." That what happened. If they had discussed the thing and tried to discuss it, behind closed doors and resolve it amicably, you are going to resign. You think Snow was scared? No. But when provocation is not going to fight, people are in the bite. Yeah, we're moving from there. Let him get from there, man. And he said, "We're not getting out." Instead of trying to resolve it amicably.
In the wake of the court ruling, we witnessed yesterday Honorable Yeke Koruba taking down the portrait of the purported speaker, Mr. Kun. And then witnessing what transpired at the Capitol today, seeing the deputy speaker and Speaker Kun appear on the grounds of the Capitol building, see people chanting and cheering them. Do you see this thing anytime soon?
Yes, unfortunately, that was not the right thing on Koluba date. Vandalism. These are our lawmakers. They're the one who doing everything for we say, and look at them. So he is on the rule of law caucus, or on the rule of law side. So you are one already. Why do you want to carry on any act of vandalism? So I mean that I'm not sure why he did that, but in conflict, look, I tell you something. During conflict, now I think it happened. My man Mike, he know from on the football field. So now your own friend, your brother, he kick your bones and he kick your bone. You didn't mean to. Afterwards, he said, "My man, about that team." So I mean, these things happen. But let's look at Liberia instead of these things that happen to take it. So we don't want it to degenerate into anything chaotic, and that is possible. When the other world will be fighting Liberia, the high being that have there where it all started from. So that's unfortunate to see a lawmaker, showing an act of vandalism. That I hope that they go walk and refrain from those kind of acts. It's not cool.
But one may say his property, meaning his vehicle, were burglarized at the time on the instruction of Representative Kun, and there was nothing that were done about it. Even though he told his complaint at the police headquarters, but there was nothing done, about his complaint. So do you think he's trying to revenge or trying to, react?
Yeah, but that is when you win, in the war, when you win, you let go some things.
Of course.
If I'm not sure what was the verdict. I'm not sure what was the finding of the police and where it ended. I heard that the investigation was still ongoing.
Of course, yeah.
That was not a good thing to have been done at the time. No one should touch his car. That was not right. But you are that's some of that part of the war. Now you warn the people. When you win, you become peaceful. In the battle, when you win, you become a peaceful man. The general said when they win, they can get tired. Say, when my general put our gun down, let's go drink power. So to take a revenge, I mean, then somebody will go and somebody will go after him from the other side and say, I'm going to bring it office. I'm going to take, you put it in the office, I'm going to take it. Maybe you see money there, you take it and go drink wine with it too. So, yeah, so, right.
So today we witnessed opposition political parties converge at the headquarters of the ANC, in response to the president's, statement with regard to the ruling of the court, calling on all
Yeah.
political parties to assemble today. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's, people have to give their opinion to anything. It's not right. There are something that they're speaking to. Everyone is entitled. Even all the conglomeration of the political party, they are looking at it. They say, no, Mr. President, you took that decision, but we are on the peaceful side. We want to say, all of these things will happen, but let's all turn into one leaf. We can turn it around. There, if we want to have all the political parties, let United Party all come, we sit down and discuss it one-on-one without fighting, and say the thing that happened, then we can discuss it. The Liberian, if all the political parties can sit down and discuss it, and tell the president, but that which you did is not proper. It's not proper. But it becomes difficult. The government has to run. And one group has the majority, and it's unfortunate that the executive, the upper house, the House of Senate, recognize this speaker. There's the confusion over there. And you cannot withdraw after giving the budget to the man. He's operating for 6 months. Right? So, I mean, when things get confused, try to find peaceful resolution. And there's the way out. They can do it. They are all capable to do that.
Okay. Follow social media, seeing posts from various stakeholders within the country, like Honorable Moses Akaros Gray, former District 8 representative, and calling on citizens to rise up against the response from the president of the court. Do you think this is the right way to go? Do you think protest is the right way?
It depends the kind of protest. There has been a whole lot of protests going on in Liberia. Peaceful protests. We hope that the government can respond to any peaceful protests. And by the end of the day, we should all find a resolution. Peaceful protests. But the young people, when you put in people in the street, I mean, sometimes you have to be very careful, depending for what reason. And when they get out there, there will be a lot of destruction and strongly and hitting the police and law enforcement. They ain't gonna stand with all the tear gas to let you butt their head. They're gonna try to calm down, the tension. When people get hurt, our children there, they're gonna get hurt. People get wounded. Maybe houses get burned. People cars get burned. Nobody gonna pay for it. So we got to continue to be peaceful. That call where I don't know why the honorable man is calling that man. I always following that man. He's a smart man. So after yeah. So this is a man who understands what he's saying. He understands exactly what the whole thing there. So though he said it, but can other people also engage him? Leave the media, go and say, my man, they think here, you put the children in the street, they may cause some destruction, it will affect us. We know where we came from. Let's find a peaceful resolution. To say, okay, the president said, a government, the president said, the speaker has quorum. What about it? It's true that, the majority group got quorum. So that I ask question. Suppose the majority group did not take quorum. What are we going to do? Were we going to sit and continue this impasse in the house all the way to the end of the year? You know, so people, me colleagues are there. Not everyone agree with him. Those who disagree with him can call. They sit down and on the round table and say, let's take that thing back and we try to resolve it. It's going to go bit by bit. We resolve it and we get to a common ground.
Well, following the meetings today with the various political parties at the ANC party headquarters, we took it, we took it issues in the statement made by the former president Charles Gange Taylor Webb, former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, or Excellency Joel Howard Taylor, saying that we have reached to a point where we might choose to make this country heretic in the president if the president does not consider his decision and respect the rule of law. How do you make our statement?
I didn't follow it all the way. I'm just hearing that from you. But she said, well, we're going to make the country do what?
She said we're going to make the country chaotic if the president does not reconsider his decision, and respect the rule of law.
We are all like bro. We can sit on the round table and talk. There's nothing we want. We went through more chaos. Terrible. The chaos we have had in our country, we need no more chaos. So if we want to say, oh yes, because the president made some decision, president in West Africa, I follow the son of the made some terrible decision too. It's not cool. But should we go and cause chaos? We'll kill ourselves. Because chaos is that the word chaos, I don't know. So I mean, nothing chaotic will be done. We are all Liberians. We got our people there. We are associated with a lot of group there. So some group, if you want to say, okay, now what do we want to do? Say, oh, disobedience. I don't know. I don't know. But I hope that people will also take something back to say chaos. We don't want chaos. You see us here. The justice system has to be strong and firm. The impasse of the house, that virus they talk about, virus. I hope that they have taken a stand initially to make the decision so it does not drag all the way to 6 months. Now, when something drags too long, it start to go this way and that way. It makes it difficult. It put everybody all the stakeholders put in the very difficult position. The executive, even the legislative branch, even the judiciary themselves, because it dragged on too long. So where we are reached, I mean, we all wrong. The executive wrong. The high house, the House of Senate wrong. The judiciary wrong for letting it go too long. So we need resolution. We are all wrong somewhere. So we need to resolve the issue amicably. That's the reason why we are calling on the hero of the millennium to, I said, David. It's not going to make you a weak man. It's going to make you a leader, a great leader. Then to say, okay, I will join this group and we are going to go fight against the other group, and they will disagree. That's the end of life. It goes on. And there's no impunitive business in it. It's like people have learned from the bloody fight for 6 months. All the Liberian boys suffer it. So where we are now, we are appealing that thing be resolved amicably. We need a peaceful resolution.
Pundits and stakeholders are calling on the president, to retract what he said to the court, his decision in response to the court's ruling. Opponents are saying he should retract it and then obey, the court's decision that the house should go back to status quo. What do you make of that? Do you subscribe to that?
Partially, but why are you talking about status quo? The people broke down already. That the house is broken down. If you want to say, okay, go back, Speaker Koffa takes over. Confusion going to continue to loom because the group that are there, the upper group, they are in majority. There will be a lot of haul and pull. Where we've reached now is the constitution. The constitution, that number 49 there is a proper number. So I hope that they will do some amendment. Majority always in democracy, majority carry the rule. So because they did not get 49, that is the only problem. That we are appealing to the speaker now to say, you don't have close to 49, you maybe having 36, 37, and there will be haul and pull for the sake of peace and for the sake of Liberia. You already won. Resign and leave it with them, just like what other people did before. They ain't going to cut anything from you. It's just going to make you more a powerful man in Liberia. Because we are connected with this lot of powerful establishment, and when you are taking that action, we looking at you, the Liberian people seeing the man, they seeing the root of law, caucus. So we are standing with them, but we are praying so that we all can go in the direction of peace.
I don't know whether you saw the write-up of Councillor Delwo Gunguro. Councillor Gunguro reported to the president response. And key thing we took from there was that he said, I urge you, Mr. President, to rise to the movement, not in service, to political functions, but in defense to the Constitution, the judiciary, and the Liberian people. A word to the wise is quite sufficient. Please listen while there is time, Mr. President. What do you make of his statement?
They are always being time. So the councillor, the councillor, when it comes to law, those people who in law, they want to stand, they go by the letter. But law have broken down around the world, so many places. So that is the breakdown in the law. But can we try to fix it, to look at it from the rational point of view? Now we lay the law right here, because if you go with Councillor Gongro, he's going to be pleading the law. But the number 49 against 45 is very close by, and when these people have had quorum, then that means the council has to go up after the House of Senate. We're supposed to be going after the House of Senate. They concurred with the lower house. The party, they carry the budget, they approve it. Then the executive is doing the same thing. So it becomes difficult. I'm saying at this time, what we can do as Liberian people, all the members of all the political parties in Liberia can come together and we resolve this thing and go on. And it's the only thing that holding it is, the rule of law caucus said, no, our man cannot resign. That's what the thing is. But if the rule of law group there allow their men to say, my man, let's leave the thing and go further, because we have won. I think in the fight, what you want is victory. Look, it's going to seem to be like people are fighting for the power. That's not power. The victory you wanted to set a precedent that you try this thing, this is going to happen. And the precedent was set. The rule of law won. After winning, you know that there will be some confusion in there, you resign. And let it stop right there. That is our position on that.
Well, yesterday we saw Speaker Koffa use his official plate 06 when he went at the Vatican embassy near Monrovia to pay a tribute and sign a book of condolence for the late Pope Francis. And we also seen the purported speaker, Mr. Kuhn writing, our EP1. Uh, what what do you make of this, and where do you think we are heading as a country with all of these things happening?
We are looking at this and we want to foresee, not only saying what happening now, but to foresee what is going to happen after here. Where it's going to land us? Is it going to land us into chaos? Do we want to go into chaos? So I think the speaker or Kofa, he went. He had, in fact, I guess he's a Catholic, and he even went as a speaker. Yes, because he had been given the authority to be to serve in the position as speaker. So he went there, and Honorable also went there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. They went to sympathize with the people, with the Vatican. But that is the thing that we are seeing. If you looking at the disparity, two persons going claiming the same title somewhere in another institution that is outside of the country. So that is what we are speaking to. Let us resolve this thing amicably, instead of saying there's a breakdown in the rule of law and it goes into something chaotic as people are seeing. So we hope not. And we are going to continue to pray that it doesn't go into anything that is chaotic. We don't want chaos in our chaos anymore. We have had enough. But we can also resolve. When something we send we made an offer that we wanted to intervene as an organization to intervene in the impasse. We didn't get response from anywhere. People want for ECOWAS to come. ECOWAS who they fail us sometimes. They fail us when they allow an opposition group to come and take Samuel Doe and kill him. They are not giving account. Up to now, I've not seen where ECOWAS be any condemnation. So we have to be able to resolve our own issue in-house.
Of course.
As Liberians, because that is our country. Anything go wrong, we will suffer it.
Well, okay. I'm trying to transition from where we are. That will bring me to the question to ask you your petition on the release of former President Charles Gange Taylor. How far have you gone with this, and how do you intend to submit a petition abroad and in Liberia?
People always asking me, I'm gonna hide the strategy. I'm gonna hide the strategy. So that people, I'm gonna hide the strategy, but we are on course. Okay. We are heading up to 10,000 people signing online, 10,000 signatures online, and my man, let me tell you, we know what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing. People see the impossibility, but I'm saying no, it's possible. So people who are opposing us, I can be surprised on God. If it costs me after some time, when we interact, then they go in my body, they say, man, let's chat. We chat, they get to understanding. They join the bandwagon. Because a lot of people are not understanding. Once they do not understand our position, they say, oh, because this man, Mr. Taylor did not invade. So, yeah, we keep seeing it. All the lawyers they know, he did not invade. There was a man who was responsible for that war in South Africa, rebel leader. In the sub-region, was destabilized. Destabilized. All the sub-regional leaders were supporting some group to fight somewhere. So they were all aiding and abetting. If he aided and abetted, why is he going to be singled out? So that's some specific point we have. We will not pronounce it. We're not saying it on the media. You guys will fly with it, but we're going to keep it. Very soon, you will hear from us. So as long as we bring, when we bring the hard copy, so we got a lot of signatures online. We're going to be bringing the hard copy. Well, you guys will know, because I will let you know. Most of the time when I come in the country, I come there co-friendly. Maybe the next day, I call you, I say, we're here, and I come visit our offices. Then we'll be putting things in order. You see it. Then you will know where we stand and where we come from and where we're heading. So I
Well,
mean, we are on course. It's going well. Thank you.
are you collaborating with other civil society actors?
Yeah, few of them, and you know, when you initiate something, eventually you see people come in, those who will get connected to it. So there are a lot of stakeholders in this thing here.
Well, we look forward to your quest, to call on the international court to release former President Charles Kangi Taylor, because as you said, he did not commit any crime against Sierra Leone. We look forward to
No.
that. We look forward to your friend. Wish you well. And
Yeah.
with this, people are responding. Civil society actors are responding, and giving the green light in this point in the wake of all of this that are happening.
As you hate like we are going to be having meetings. People getting to understand it. Yes, of course. So when we have meeting with civil society, we'll give our plight, they review it. From there, you will see if they will understand us or not. I guess we are all going to be heading the same way. Even there are some group that those, what I mean, those who can go in who go online to insult me, I can be surprised when somebody go in my body. They say, oh yeah, they want to discuss. I'm ready. When we have a discussion, we see, okay, all right. There are a couple of your men who are now with me, but we'll put it over because we're giving you the point. We got our own trouble in Liberia. We have our own trouble in Liberia. What we had there, what we went through. Let's be discussing Liberia. The sitting president of Liberia was just taken that way. He should be in Liberia facing the same war and economic crime code. There will be throwing him that way. Now, one time I say, Liberian people, sometimes I get confused how we do things. I was listening when Honorable Prince Johnson passed powerful stakeholders saying the president is responsible. I say, whoa, okay, let's leave the thing here. Look, Liberian people were yearning for war and economic crown code for 18 years, 12 years under President Salif administration, and 6 years under President Weawea. And the war crown and economic crown code did not come. Under President Boakai, in a year time, it was established. It was established, and I learned they got offices in Monrovia today. Then someone say, if someone died, any of the players die in the process, you should hold the Liberian who is responsible, who been yearning for 18 years. How you gonna hold the president who say you be crying? He say, okay, you come here, I'm gonna clean your tears. The thing you want, yeah. You're fighting for 18 years. There's something wrong. Then he said that you, for a reason, that's unfair. So we have to try to be fair in our country, my man.
Well, your organization, I read, your organization talked about the award. You guys said you want to award the Speaker Koffa.
Yes,
Can you touch on
yes.
that?
So, oh yes. We are going to get. We are making effort to get in touch with the rule of law caucus, and hoping that we can break through in having some discussion, because you know why you award somebody, you have to win to get an award. They won already. The rule of law. We just put on a Kofa, but the rule of law. Yeah, only but our boss will talk about giving him a medal, Millennium Gold Medal, for the era from 1847 up to today. This is the toughest thing that anyone has ever faced, any government ever faced. And he took the challenge, or they took the challenge, and they won. So if they look at peace, the Liberian people, and say, okay, we won already. We just wanted to set precedents so that this thing will not be repeated. They need to get award. They need to get the honor for that decision. They stood firm and they won. That the victory that I'm looking at, we are looking at, we say, they have victory already. Once you have victory, and you got to look at it on the other hand, that although we have victory, but it will go in there, it will sell, we're not still not going to win. There will still be the continuation of the impact in the house. He ain't going to stop because you know how it's going. So you look at it far ahead, you leave it, you take a better position and get ready for the future. Because the Liberian people already looking at you for what you have done. You carry your honor.
Well, this take me back to the impasse. We listened to Senator DeLong after the court ruling that fateful day, and Senator DeLong congratulating Speaker Koffa and affirming that he remained the legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives and calling on the colleagues to do business with Fonati Koffa. How do you, what do you listen?
Uh, I guess is the continuation of the tenth by the House of Senate. The House of Senate is would I say the continuation is I think is a contradiction. Is a contradiction. But again, I told you during wartime, the not small thing. You don't hold people by any word that they speak until they are in that stable mind.
Ah,
Right? He said that. I listened to it. I listened to that. They were like, "Oh, well, Senator, you just passed the budget. You just concurred with the lower house, and this man have been serving for 6 months. Now, if you want to turn it around, maybe I thought it was too soon, but that was the right thing to do that the court did. But when the case is in this kind of where the case was, is like uh, you don't respond. Leave a little bit. We'll go in there, and we're going to discuss on how we should go about. Because knowing fully well that the group that you are, yeah, that the court have given the authority to serve does not have the support of the majority at all. So looking at that, I would not say anything about it. But he said what he wanted to say at that time. Was he giving the final result? No, he's entitled to his opinion just like any other lawmaker. So he said it. He was not making decision. He just made his assertion. He said that. Saying that does not mean, see, here a colleague of me say, oh yeah, I couldn't mean this, but this is what will come. They come to anything. That is what we're going to take. The decision they take behind that closed door and come to say, the House of Senate say, he's not a spokesman for the House of Senate, so he was just speaking as an individual. And he's
but
entitled to that.
it's not only Dylan alone as senator, making such statement. You saw Senator Snow, Senator McGill, Senator Bill Twelve. These senators are also raising concern. So, do you think this will jeopardize the function of the government in any way?
Because the Liberian people want peace, nothing going to be jeopardized. Nothing will be jeopardized. The Liberian people want sending for peace. We are in the majority. So our leaders can come, we can go to them and say, look, the thing you think, let's look at it from this other point of view. And then, the thing I know, I was what they I met a couple of lawmakers in there. When you go there, if I implant you busy, they will come out and they call you to talk to you. So how is it difficult for us to go there and meet them? If you call them to a meeting and say, oh, this thing here, let's work on it. And they're going to look at the conflict. They're going to look at the confusion. They're going to look at chaos. None of them want chaos. During the war, maybe like you are picking. Be made up, me die. And the war that we fought is different from any war that will break out today. Zogo now is to be in the street. Not going to a peaceful. But today, how many Zogo in the street? When they get gone, probably will point out. So it's not going to go that way.
Okay. Can we first, thanks for joining us. First, keep sharing the live. We are having an interesting conversation here with Honorable Solomon Weawea. He's joining us through all of the happenings. Keep sharing the live. It's a pleasure having you join us again, Honorable. We are going to take a 5-minute break and be right back.
All right. Absolutely.
Hi, it's your girl Sassy MC here, and I would like to welcome you to LIB Latest News 231 YouTube channel. LIB Latest News 231 is the place where you can watch all of your political news, entertainment news, and sports news. To stay informed about the latest news, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button on your screen for more videos from Liberia, Africa, and the world at large.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us again. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast. Keep sharing it live. Invite others to join. Thanks for rejoining us. We are glad to be back here again. Honorable, okay, Honorable, welcome back. Thanks, folks. Thanks for rejoining us.
Thank you.
Well, is there anything that we left out that you think you may want to touch on?
Yes. I'm the executive director for the Liberian National Heritage
Mhm.
and Cultural Development Association.
Okay.
We are particular about our cultural heritage, and good enough, we have all the documentation operate in the country
Mhm.
legally. And something we want to clarify here that the government need to know that the pre-1822 government Liberia was set up in Bapulu, and the settlers went there 1834 and met with them, and there was a resolution signed so that no one interfere with each other. The government of the settlers will not interfere with the traditional people, their practice, their tradition, and they can carry on whatever they want to do because they are the ones running the government. So there was a treaty signed. We'll do a follow-up on that treaty. There was a treaty signed. So the traditional people can carry on their thing. The government got oversight responsibility. And regarding the Senate and the power society being in this country, people got to know the reason. It is because of that treaty that the president, every president of the Republic of Liberia can be who? You maneuver your way to become a member of the power society. Dealing with the hierarchy, the way to do it is different. But this is something that should be always discussed behind closed door. The government can send a representative that is part of this custom and discuss issue with them before making any change. No government has no tradition is everywhere. The government does not interfere with the tradition because you made it there. You came, you met the people living with that tradition. Where do you take the power from to change it around? That treaty, we're going to go back to it so that the government will know that, no, when you're going right here, be careful. If you have to deal with this, since I'm necessary there to go and discuss with the people. If you want to make any change or changes, meet with the people you're discussing before you go on the media. No media is supposed to go and just pop somewhere and be the president to say, oh, I went to bunker and I told the people, stop now. You don't have the authority. And you got to know that this tradition is so powerful in Liberia. When it comes to tradition, not only the Senior Explorer, but they got a Southeastern group of people, they got have their own tradition as well. So you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can discuss, you can do adoration, but it has to be you gotta meet a consensus. Have a consensus agreement with the people before you can go ahead. So all of these things we're looking at it as we settle in the country. We're gonna be going after these things. We're gonna work with our people very well so that we'll make sure this is on pace, and we gotta revisit that 1834 treaty. So that the government, maybe some of these things are not ready, whether that treaty was verbal, but there was a treaty. In fact, you know what happened? In the next 2-3 weeks, we got I'm doing a manuscript on certain things. We're going to be discussing that so that people can follow. There are a whole lot of disparity when I follow about the tribes and this group, this tribe not supposed to be a citizen and not everyone who's supposed to be a citizen in Liberia will be discussing that openly, so people can take part, people can ask questions, and we'll answer those questions. So Liberia is a traditional country, we'll continue to say, and we'll be encouraging the trip demographic, that is the traditional Muslim and Christian demographic, to get together. We don't even have to be part of it, but we'll try to initiate that so that we can discuss with the government to resolve some issue that we think is difficult, that they are finding difficult, like the impasse. Things have been discussed behind closed door a long time, and it's been done. But no one is probably one. My friend used to have some interfaith mediation where you counsel that during Taylor time somebody go on, they go there and resolve it, and they stop some of these violence from going up into the country. So we just want to say we will be coming with the hard copy of the petition for people to.
My question, your statement just gave me the question. At the last regime, the traditional leaders were, vocal on some of these things that happening in the country today. They were vocal on past leaders. Coming to present day, they are tight-lipped on some of these issues that unfold within the country. They are not speaking out there before at the dead impasse regime.
The structure, when it comes to the traditional group, the structure that's supposed to be in place is not the structure we see. Some government officials want to marginalize them and go in there to play politics. This is not a political institution. It's not a political institution. So that's why we're trying to put this thing together. Where there is a disconnect, we'll try to connect everything and fix it in the way that it will be going in the proper way. Unfortunately, they're not vocal, but they gotta be rubber within outside of government, where they will be respected when they speak.
Well, with the poor and sandy, society in our country, these were the institution most of our parents came from. Those days, they were, taking there, most especially the women. It was like a traditional school. Some of them they learn so many things. Most especially the women, they learn the issue of housekeeping, how to take care of the home, the relationship. And coming to present day with all of what we are hearing, the government is attempting to put an halt to the poor and sandy society within our country. How do you see that?
Yeah. The government does not have the authority to do so. One thing I like about the country, big country, United States, they understand the poor tradition. They came here and saw the bush Indian to run a pipeline for gas or oil, the pipeline in that traditional area in Indiana. The people said no, the government can go call down the side, they got to beg. The people say, okay, you can just land there, don't even pass in our bush. They can't go there because they understand. Nigeria, the traditional people there, they're doing their traditional stuff. The government can even interfere with it. But Liberia, I don't know where that we took that in from. You can't meet somebody in that house and say, okay, you're eating right with your hand. You're not eating with your hand anymore. If there are members of the Poro and the Senate Society and other tradition in the country, if they want any change or changes in there, you have to meet their stakeholders and see, and you have to be a member before you go there and discuss with them. The government will always use an emissary who is a member of that to go and meet with the people, then they discuss on how they can change. What do you want to change? You want to do it this way. We are all part of it. Okay. Then the people will look into it and see if they can make that change. Not on the media. Nobody hearing about it. That person will go in because that identical traditional people, nobody is to come from there and discuss anything outside of that place. That is why it's described bushwick. We're in the bush. It shouldn't even be around the town. So there's just some disparity, but this thing will be fixed. They will lay in place as we go on.
Well, This morning, we wake up to the news. The U.S. Senior Advisor for Africa, Massa Boulos, he has
Yeah.
praised President Bouakar's efforts to establish a multi-user railway. You know, what do you make of it? How do you see that? You know,
You know, in the national community, I can foresee them working closely with President Bouacar administration. People, you know how long the international community are fighting to bring the World Economic Crime Code through honor two regime for how many years? 18 years. They were not sitting down, they were fighting, they were working along with Liberians that are in a desperate to see if this code can come. So somebody who come and say, okay, the thing you're talking about, I can do it. You didn't, he's not going to be their friend. I guess he's their friend in this guy. He's their friend in this guy. So we expect, and you know, I say to those who like to work to honor, to do stuff to undermine the current government, not only this government, we used to say that during President we are regime. Why you want to undermine? When the economy of the country is poor and zero, how will happen to us? We the civilian, I mean we the citizen. When the country fail economically, what will happen is we will all suffer. So undermining the government so they can have recognition outside is not a good thing. You can still share your idea with the as opposition with the government and criticize them where they are not doing the right thing. And during the time of the next election, looking at your platform, you still zero, then you beat them zero. You know, I think it's just right to do the right thing, to say the right thing, than to go and too many propaganda, something are not true. They were happening in the past regime, it's still happening today. You got to say the fight. Don't just say the thing because you are opposition, you want to undermine the government, you want it to fail. When they fail, we all suffer. So that is not a good thing. And again, encouraging the young people to go and protest in the street, I was just speaking against that. I said, no, of course, it's good, but there are some times we bring them out, they join us. We don't even bring them out, they join us to go out to protest because of a special reason. And everyone will see that reason. Not for every other thing that happens, we say, let's go and fight. Because the young people want to fight already. When they go out, the Zogo will join and they want to throw rocks. So, I mean, we got to refrain from some of those things.
but do you think by praising the president, you know, will make the government to sign a deal with how you call it SPS?
Well, we can judge that, but we hope. We hope that the government can do more. Like you see the impact, the situation we have in the house today. How is he going to maneuver to work with everyone to resolve it? The people outside, they are looking, they are watching. You know, now people opposing him for what he did. What is he going to do next? His approach to the people, is he going to call them to say, "Mama, gentlemen, because the reason we got to do this. I know we're not on the rest up, but we just need to do this," and they resolve it. And that brown people should also understand that when they want you asking for resolving anything amicably, that we all join in the best interest of the country will grow. This is not the only administration, another one will come. Whether they will be there or not, whether some other group, whoever that will be there, we need to stand with the government. Every government, because the government is there for us. We are the government, is for us. So we can fight against ourselves.
Well, 6 hours ago, on the Facebook page of the Protein, Senator Yomdi Kamala Lawrence, she said, the world changes not by our words, but by our actions. The true leadership is about living your values and shaping the future through what you do today. What What do you think?
But
How do you respond to that statement? And do you think this statement has anything to do with your right up?
uh, you know, the senator is a level-headed person, with high IQ, and I think is a kind of a vast. she may be speaking to something specific, but the government need to take heed. That is to discuss in leadership. Asking about leadership, whether she think that the leadership is not going the right direction, but she is looking at the leadership to say, okay, something goes on wrong. You gotta leave. Come and sit down. That means the president should be able to call his people. They all sit down and discuss issue and brainstorm on how they can resolve it. So that is the best way to go, because she's not clear, but the context, whatever meaning she got for this, I guess she's telling the leadership, you got to be able to lead the office of the presidency and come down so we all can sit down and discuss to resolve issue amicably. She's speaking against violence, because when there's peaceful resolution.
But do you think a statement is pointing directly to the president's statements prior to the court ruling, probably because he did not consult her before making such statement?
Okay, even if she's speaking to that, if I'm the president, I would take that as a caveat. I say, oh, is that what she's saying? Then I go and call them. If that's what she's saying, she's right. Then that means you then I leave my office. That means the presidency stay behind. We discuss our Liberian. Those in the hierarchy, they sit down and discuss. She's opening door. I will take advantage of that. I don't care if you're talking to me directly, say I will take it. Because we want peace in our country.
From a right out, others may say you were bored, because of what you said, that Speaker Koffa should honorably resign from his position.
But I don't know the people in the government. There are very few ministers that I know, unless they will follow my post. I'm speaking as an independent. Although I align with a political party, but I'm not even in touch with the party hierarchy. So I'm not with the what you call the current government either. And I'm not also with the CDC. I have a political party that I've been affiliating with. So how you going to buy me? Where you going to find me before you buy me? I know only one. Probably I met only one assistant minister, because this thing had to do, my organization had to do with internal affairs. I met assistant minister for urban affairs at the Ministry of local government. One Mike Jabate. And I met him and we brainstormed on issue. He welcomed me highly. I mean, our interaction was magnanimous. And besides that, and I told him, I said, man, you're a good man. And we didn't get a chance to meet the second time to discuss other issues, but he was ready to walk us through the process of completing our registration and getting things on track. So I mean, I consider that a kudos. I said, oh, but then the government is not eager. You go meet the minister, you just go through like that. I was sitting there, and a man came from Turkey. Then they told him that the executive director of an organization, he talked to that man. He came downstairs. He walked all the way downstairs. He came, they introduced me. I said, oh, come on. My team, I said, when we sat down in his office, we had a very good discussion. He called for soda. I mean, soft drink. I'm regular people can call it soda. He called for soft drink. He offered us, and so on. He said, anywhere you get stuck, let me know. I will walk you through the process. Even if I would needed secretarial clearance, he took the phone to call where we will go and get all of those things in tight. So I mean, I thought that that was a kudos. I said, oh, I gave a grade to the government. Besides that, and since I left, and then we are not interacted, because the time I left, I got sick. So I left quickly to come to seek for medical attention. Since they are not being by, so who gonna buy me? They don't even know me before. The majority group, nobody know me. The minority group, nobody know me, unless at one time I met what you call a gentleman, Yega Koloba. He probably doesn't even know. He came because I got my residence in district number 10. He stopped by to talk to the people out there, and we shook hands. And so, oh, yeah, he was a great gentleman. He's a very great gentleman too. So I mean, from there, that's all. But I don't know all of these guys. I met a couple of what you call representatives. While we were discussing issue, only one time when I visited, we were discussing issue relating to the organization that we're running. So nobody there to buy me because you got to know somebody before you buy them. Know that.
What do you make of this? They just ended by election in Nimba. How do you characterize
It's over.
it?
It's over. All the me players that they say when fair free, it was free and fair. I was on radio Gompa I see time, but I think they have closed the election before I got on the station, so we will not go depth into that. But that's it. The thing is, I have a background from Nima County,
Uh-huh.
so some of my family people living there. So who they voted for, I called them. And we asked them who we are voting for. They told me, and it went on. Who they wanted to vote for, they went to vote for the candidate of their choice. And I mean, that was great. Peaceful election, very peaceful election. When Madam Ide Gonglo, when she considered I was following, she congratulated on Okoga. I mean, that's how one for things to go. They will go have election, people be crying from there, yo, they are cheating. That it was free and fair. And that's how we want for election to be in Liberia.
Well, we have like 1,005 viewers following this program. More to come. We say thanks for coming. What a great conversation, folks. Thanks for viewing this conversation. We say share the live, invite others to join as we are having a great conversation here this evening. For sponsorship, to sponsor this program, the numbers are on the screen. You can call us for sponsorship. Or inbox. You can call for sponsorship. Honorable, what do you have to say? Your parting comment before we leave you.
First of all, I want to say thank you. I appreciate the opportunity given me to be on your platform to discuss issue of national concern. And I want to tell the Liberian people, those in the house and us, to say, let's remain peaceful. Let's come together. Let's resolve issue amicably. We don't want to break out into conflict and inviting outsiders to come. Like, we don't know if you have your house where you always call people from outside to come. It's not a good thing. You have to be able to settle it in your house. So, and I'm telling the three group of people in Liberia, the traditional and the what you call the Muslim and the Christian group to come together. As we come there, we're going to try to do that so we can get together to be able to intervene in some of these things that will be very confused, that will be difficult to handle. We can do it. And I want to continue to tell the Liberian people, let's stand for peace. And this thing that is going on, anything of vandalism is not good. When you win, you win. You are a winner. You are a hero. Don't go on the other side. Just continue to stay on path because you have won. And people like people will clap for you because you have done a great thing. So that's all I have to say to the Liberian people. Let's keep peaceful so that we can see the end of this. So hopefully that can end very peacefully. And some of our call will be answered. So thank you very much.
Well, thanks so kindly, Honorable. It's a pleasure having you on this platform.
You're welcome.
And we look forward to most of these conversations.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, thanks
Okay.
for joining us on this conversation. This is how we come to our end of the conversation. Join us next Monday as we bring you another fascinating edition. Thanks very much.
Bye bye.
Hi, it's your girl Sassy MC here. I would like to welcome you to LIB Latest News 231 YouTube channel. LIB Latest News 231 is the place where you can watch all of your political news, entertainment news, and sports news. To stay informed about the latest news, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification button on your screen for more videos from Liberia, Africa, and the world at large.